Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. In the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Yards to go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds Worthy, complete. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike.
It's a gain of 18.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down. Back to the air, Mahomes. Hits his running back. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yeah.
The only way you're going to get behind him is to take shots like that one.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterback. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, big old win last week.
First down now, ball at the 33.
That's good for a Broncos. First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to.
Kill! Hold on, son! Ready! Kill!
2nd down, give to Harvey. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Got his man. This is McMillan. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hold on, son!
To throw, here's Nix. Escapes the pocket. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Now Nix. Pass him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
At the 24-yard line.
Ready. 180.
Nix now on 1st and 10. Gets him on the in route. And he'll go down here at the 16. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Harvey gets it on the counter. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. 3rd and short.
He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. 1st and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown. Harvey will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. Pushing the pace right away to start the game.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Again, they give to Harvey. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos have a great first drive and get the game's first points. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and they found the end zone as a result.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Power squib kick is taken in. Good work so far. He's got room. And he goes out of bounds to hand them excellent field position up across the 40.
41-yard line.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. This one falls incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
This finds its targets. That's Royals. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Chiefs first down. Again, Mahomes to throw. And this one doesn't go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field and you can depend on it.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Another throw for Mahomes. Dumped off to his running back. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. 7-0 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. Throwing again, Mahomes. Brought in right side. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Yellow.
Third and short. Here's Mahomes. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play. So on fourth down, the Chiefs field goal units and Harrison Butker headed out. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Butker knocks it through. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
It's one of those moments where you feel like, yeah, I know you're still trailing, but everybody did their job. Defense took the ball away. Offense put you in position to kick it, and special teams delivers with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. He fields it from the 8. Things going well so far. And work already half done thanks to that run back. They're taking over at midfield. The Broncos and Tedero and McMillan taking over once again. And the number of times he's been targeted has led to some serious results. He's currently top 5 in the NFL in receptions. Throwing on first down, Nix. He's got a man left. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for Broncos first down.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Kill.
They give up the middle to Harvey. He's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down. Nix urging everybody to the line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Get it.
It's a design boot. Forced out to his right. He can run it. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way. We need to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Go. Away.
They fake the handoff. Now Nix. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
A loss of 7 brings up third down and goal.
Captain.
Third and goal. Here's Nix. Getting out to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being fourth down. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Going for it on fourth. Nix. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos now lead by 10. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Reynolds with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Chiefs.
Back-to-back carries here. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
At the 43-yard line.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Back to the well again. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Chiefs make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Broncos, the running back R.J. Harvey. They're ready for their next drive. They're already on a modest little winning streak here. Currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here's the fake. Here's Nix. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10. It's Harvey. And he is down to the 30-yard line. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Harvey once more. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
1 yard gain.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
No throw, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but What a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. Pinheiro's kick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Reynolds with a return. Escapes a defender. This makes it up to the 25. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he picks him up about 4 yards there. 2nd down coming up.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More for Mile High in just a moment. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Dumps it off to his running back. He won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So here comes the Bronco offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. On 1st down, it's Nix. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Bombers.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Moves this one off to Harvey. He won't be able to add anything else onto the end of this catch, so it's going to be a completion to the 25. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
Offense in the hurry up now.
That's another Broncos.
Nix now on 1st and 10. He rolls to his right. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Into the red zone. And he's going to take this one back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs make it 17-all. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Broncos taking the field for the final time in this first half. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. Back to the air, Nix after the pick. All in left side. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
It's a 4-yard pickup, 4th down upcoming.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Here's the final play of our first half.
Captain.
Back to throw it. And he put everything he's got behind it. And he had it for a second, but unable to hang on. And the possession literally slips through their fingers as they turn it over on downs. Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with a start in the second half. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Cut out left. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
1st and 10.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Harvey headed right. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. They're working quickly here.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Chiefs' 26-yard line.
Nix off the play action. Buying some time left. Into traffic, complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
It's a gain of
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Broncos first down.
It's Harvey straight ahead. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
This is Mason on 2nd down. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. Nix. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Reynolds with a return. He goes out of bounds on the return. The Chiefs offense out to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Denver set to take the field on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. He throws a bullet to this. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. Drops it down. Harvey. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos lead by 14. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return starts from the goal line. And he won't get to the 20. Out of bounds just before it around the 18-yard line. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it.
Yellow.
Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And Mahomes is going to dodge a hit with that slide after he picks up enough for the 1st down. Oh, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that 1st down run. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
This is Gray. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Jump off, caught by his back. Breaks the tackle, he's got space ahead. And He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Give to Williams from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Pistol now for Mahomes. It is cut left side. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Here's Mahomes on the sneak. And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle. Get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up. So we're through 3 here. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Butker knocks it through. And doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Buying some time right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. So it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Time coverage for the Chiefs as they get prepped for this 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker, 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. Bryce Behringer, the one to send it away. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And as this hits and heads out, we wait for the mark, but it should be right on the 20. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Drops this one down here for Williams. And we'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 26-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Hits his running back. Has room down the left sideline. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs now within 1 score in the 4th.
Harrison Butker.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin off a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and he can do his damage. Big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's a return from the 7. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. And he'll go out of bounds well into enemy territory. Looks like he's right around the 40-yard line.
Well, by the time he shifted into a different gear and began that foot race up the left sideline, you could tell this return was already getting out of hand. And what a gift for this offense, who now gets to take over. A lot of the work in the field position already done.
And good forward, about 5 yards it looks like. It's second down now.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Shotgun snap to Nix. All the left side. He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. Coming to the line for another first and 10. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And they make the play at the 23. A gain of only a little. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
They'll give it to Mason. Running in the red zone. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down. Nix urging everybody to the line.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Trying to throw this from the gun. That is caught. Hits McMillan again. Good gain here as he heads out of bounds.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Has some daylight through the 40. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
28-yard gain.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Finds the in route complete. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Throwing again, Mahomes. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Send one of the tight ends in motion right. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Result of the play.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is Harvey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Second down, give to Harvey. They call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
3rd and 13.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. And he's down to almost, nope, actually going to give him the 30 here. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got timeouts. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Mason. And look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Next, Cook out wide, complete. And he'll go down here at the 16. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Running right, here's Mason. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Running once more with Mason. He's going to squeeze about 8 yards out of that run, Brock. That brings up 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Another run for Mason. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. The flag comes out. This is going to back them up to the edge of the end zone.
Ball start. Offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. Well, the jumpiness cost him 5. First and goal a little bit tougher here.
Ready. Ole.
They're going to pass it here. He's got it. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos have likely locked up the win right there. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Reynolds with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
He was covered by Patrick Surtain.
A motion to tight end left. Mahomes trying again here on 2nd and 10. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Patrick Surtain.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on fourth down. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Denver ready for another offensive possession. They can trot out every offense's favorite formation now, Brock, and kneel out this win. Defense, no timeouts left to stop them. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Jaden Hicks there defensively.
Nix from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game, even as